Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was just a little gigolo, I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it. So when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could mac a baby hood rat. You'll remember way back then when it was 1985, all the way live. I think I was about 10. One of those happy little fools singing the blues that be always trying to bag with the shag and karate shit, saying yo mama black, his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and want us crap. We stay mad about 10 minutes, then it's like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger selves, fight among the lows, then switch to playing ding dong ditch when that gets old and too cold to hack it. Blue on a bomber jacket, you can tell the ballers cause they fell wearing gazelles. If they really had money raised, we sport DKs. And all the girls had they Turkish link. If it broke, then they made earrings too, like they meant to do it. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce and think about the years I was raised. Back in the day. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid. And everybody say, when I was young, I'm not a kid. And everybody say, I sit and wish I was a kid. And everybody say, when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid. I'm still back in the days, but now the year is 87, 88. That's when my crew and I were in junior high in 7th grade. I hated school. No doubt I couldn't wait to get out and be a grown up. But let me finish this, reminiscing and telling about when girls were spelling tight corduroys like for the boys, basket weaves, Nike Cortez and footsie socks, and eating pickles with Tootsie Pops, and it don't stop. I'm glad because when JJ fed into Supersonic, it was kind of like a sport to wear biker shorts or to wear jeans you could smack if you mad right to hoochies with poison airbrush on they backside. Dudes had on Nike suits and the boomers with the fat ladies, cause it was either that or K-Swiss. I miss those days, so I pout like a grown jerk. We should all I had to do now was finish homework. It's true, you don't realize really what you got till it's gone, and I'm not gonna sing another sad song, but sometimes I do sit and reminisce and think about the years I was raised back in the day. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid. And everybody say, when I was young, I'm not a kid. And everybody say, I sit and wish I was a kid. And everybody say, when I was young, I'm not a kid. What? Back in the days, I sit back in the day. Well, it's the morning. I figure that now I'm all grown up because I'm 18 years old. And I guess you could say I'm holding down a steady job and through steady mobbing. You steady mobbing your head, and I paid, so I got it made. But didn't always have clout. Used to live in South Central LA. That's where I stayed and figured a way out. I gave it all I had, so for what it's worth, I went from rags to riches, which is a drag. But now.
Hey y'all, hey y'all. So, stretching y'all. This is a early morning live, but I'm gonna just do the recording and upload. But y'all, 2021 is already a struggle in so many ways. Well, I'm speaking more so like it's just a lot of shit going on. Like everybody is fighting, everybody is tussling, everybody having tizzy fits, everybody calling the law. It's a lot going on. So I was gonna do this live and talk about a situation that one of my friends was going through that she confided in me about last night, but ultimately I'm gonna decide against that, which I have already. So I'm not gonna speak on that situation, but I did think that a lot of people could relate to what she's currently dealing with, and I just wanted to get some people's input on the advice that I gave her, but that's neither here nor there. I'll just maybe I'll speak on that at another time. So yeah, I came to make this video because it's been a lot of talk going on with a lot of different situations. First situation I'll speak on is the Tracy and Pizarro situation. Now, this is a situation that I didn't want to speak on at first because I was kind of like, let me mind my business. This ain't got nothing to do with me, but kind of in a way, like I've been watching both of them actually since they first started. Like Pizarro, I would mostly see her in chats and stuff because that's where she started it. And then, when she started to make her videos, I went to support as well. And I say about a month or so ago, month or two, maybe three ago, I started to drop down in her comment section or whatever. And Pizarro has always been welcoming. She ain't never, came at me personally, kind of way. And she's really like she talk a lot, but she don't be meaning no harm most of the time. So, and I know like we all most of the times have people like that in our real personal lives. This like Pizarro. Like I ain't even gonna front. I got a homegirl that's just like Pizarro. How she talk wise or whatever, how she move. Just basically like, she fuck with people the long way. And I can say that when she is, a friend to someone like her and Tracy was like ride or die, close, 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 like she fucked with her hard. And the same I can say about Tracy. So the situation to where they're kind of going back and forth now, I don't know, I kind of try to stay out of it. And more so I will continue to comment in Tracy's chat and stuff, but I kind of like fell back from Pizarro's chat because I kind of noticed how, how like in the chats, it'd be like certain individuals that like to question folks like, well, you was over so and so, why are you here? Or y'all know how different situations like that go. I just didn't want to, because I know how I am. And if somebody come at me like that, like, I don't know, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna spaz or, have something to say that might not be so nice because basically, like, why are you questioning, my whereabouts, especially if you don't see me talking shit or nothing like that. So I just to avoid all of that, I just tried to stay away from Pizarro chat. So most times I'll, now since all that's been going on, I just go when, the topic isn't on Tracy or like something else is being discussed because I actually do like Pizarro. Like I'm not even gonna get up here and try to trash her because they going through this or that or nothing like that because it's not me. Like I like Tracy and Pizarro and it's just that. So yeah, so they're going through the whole situation and I will say that there's been times that I've seen Pizarro in chats kind of like poking at Tracy or making like little jokes or whatever. And it could be a situation to where Tracy's not even saying nothing about her or, just, Pizarro's nowhere on her mind. But I've seen Pizarro, mention Tracy on numerous occasions in chats, poking fun at her, joking on her, whatever. Y'all know how Pizarro is. She's not gonna Pizarro gonna say what Pizarro wanna say, and that's totally fine because we're in a world where everybody has different personalities. Some people are more outspoken than others, and that's totally fine. Okay, so the situation came to where it was revealed that somehow Tracy had sent a message or two to New Mexico. Now I'm not gonna mention his name or anything. This person hasn't done anything to me, but I just noticed the way this person moves and it's being put on Front Street how this person moves, and I like to just avoid that. So I won't mention his name, but it was revealed that she was sending, emails to this person. Now, at the time this was revealed, it was a situation going on to where basically everyone was like, oh, I'm not gonna say an angry mob or nothing like that, but everybody was kind of like just bringing awareness to the whole situation and what was going on with this particular person. So, of course, people started to question certain people that were still, dealing with them or speaking with them and question like why are y'all even entertaining this person or speaking to this person when y'all know this person do X, Y, and Z. Okay, so that's said and done. Once that was revealed, Pizarro then came out and basically spoke on how she didn't agree with it, she don't support it, and she can no longer support Tracy, this, that, and third because of what's going on with that New Mexico person. And I'm not trying to take anything away from her. I will not. I totally understood that situation. And we're all entitled to our opinions and how we feel about certain things. So yeah, once that came out and she started to speak out about Tracy and what was going on. Tracy, she actually she accepted it, and she tried to explain her side numerous times, but it was kind of to the point that, like, it was falling on deaf ears. No one really wanted to hear, and especially in particular Pizarro, because it was kind of like, all this shit this person doing, and it's like you're playing around in their playground. Like, why are you even dealing with this person, this type of thing, when you already know what type of time this person on? So I say for about two, 3 times of her mentioning Tracy. Tracy never said nothing. She just, explained her side and said, she's not gonna talk bad on Pizarro, this, that, and the third, which she didn't for a while. So then it just kind of evolved into this, whole big turmoil of Tracy versus Pizarro. And child, y'all know how Tracy is. Tracy get to making them phone calls, and I mean, it's just all said and done. Then there's no talking Tracy out of it. And Pizarro actually said out her own mouth that we shouldn't worry about it. She doesn't care. The person that Tracy identified as her was actually information that she received from New Mexico, because New Mexico months ago actually dots Pizarro and released information. But Pizarro did continue to say that that wasn't her. But then in certain situations or certain lives, she would say, well, I'm not worried about this, that, or the third, or, I don't care. Y'all shouldn't care either. But at the same time, it's like, well, if this person isn't you, an innocent person, information is released, but I didn't get the vibes that there was actually an innocent person. I kind of got the vibes that, maybe there's a possibility that it is her. Now, I'm not going to question anything about it, because at the end of the day, whether that's her or not, like, personally, I really don't care too deep about the situation, because I mean, whether a person want to show their face or not, that is their, choice to make. I don't believe that anyone should kind of, snatch them from, under their veil or whatever. But hey, y'all know how this YouTube stuff go down. And I mean, it's just one of those things that happens. And I mean, I don't know if it is her. I mean, it is what it is, but I will say that, I mean, the girl, she's not an ugly girl to me. She's not. And, when this type of stuff be going on, and whenever Tracy do be speaking on it, like, you'll never catch me in no chat dragging Pizarro, anything like that. If anything, the only thing I have said is, because, once again, like I said, based off and going off of what she said, she said she tell lies, and she said that people don't need to believe her. But hey, once a person tell you they tell lies, it kind of is what it is. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like a hit or miss with anything that they say. Now, I will say that Pizarro is, she likes to, kind of go along with the joke that she's a dummy, or, she's stupid or slow, whatever. And she'll kind of agree with it sometimes and put it on her. And I'm like, girl, don't do that. Don't do that, Pizarro. Girl, don't do that. So yeah, but yeah, I don't like how she be agreeing with it and putting out her hair. Like, girl, don't pay no mind to what these people talking about. Like, if they want to think you a dummy, and sometimes I will admit it's a lot of people on YouTube that don't necessarily spell the best, and there's a lot of people on YouTube that speak like, they anyways. So yeah, it's just that whole situation. I don't know. I kind of hope that they would get through that, because, like, I like the both of them. And like I said, I just not too long ago, about a few months ago, started dropping down in Pizarro, videos and chats and shit. But I don't know. I always been around Teresa though from the beginning, even though she don't remember the page that I did have. Y'all, I had like, and I can speak for a lot of us. I had like 3 different pages. Like, I started off with my real page, okay, and that was during the whole VS thing. Now, what I can say is, like, I may not be all out in the open with it, or I may not mention certain names or whatever to bring back the people knowledge who I am or anything like that, but I've been around from the beginning, and I just, now started to openly come in the chats again and just kind of speak on whatever situation's going on, because I do actually enjoy this quote unquote beef sector. Or I mean, sometimes it's kind of thuggish, but for the most part, it's just like banter back and forth. Like, that's what it is. And most of the time it be dragons amongst people that were previously friends, like, that type of situation. It'd be kind of like, I always like to use the thing like I'm sitting back like Safari, like watching it all. And hey, that's the truth, because that's just what it is now. Back to what I was speaking on. So I spoke on the Tracy and Pizarro situation, and like I did say, I do actually support both of them. I like both of them. Pizarro funny to me. I don't know, she does have, great conversation most of the time. Now, sometimes if I'm not necessarily interested in what's going on, I just don't watch or, comment or nothing like that. And that can be said about any of them. Tracy, she definitely makes me laugh. Y'all know Tracy curses a lot, and not saying, that's all she has to offer, but Tracy just has this oomph about her, and she ain't no denying it. Tracy is a staple to that sector. She's a staple on YouTube, period. Whether you don't think it holds any weight or not, like, it is what it is. Tracy is Tracy, and Pizarro's gonna be Pizarro. Um, and I hope one day they can come to, some type of agree to disagree and just leave each other alone. Or shit, if they want to scalp each other all 2021, then go ahead, honey. I'm gonna be here to watch it all. Believe that. Whenever I can, anyways, because lately I've been missing a lot of shit that happened at night because I got to get my sleep, child. Trying to keep up with all that shit every night, man. Working, trying to watch YouTube and shit, man. You be knocked the fuck out and don't even know it. Call yourself watching videos and I ain't watching nothing. Okay. So another situation. I might not need to speak on this one. I might not. I might not. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. See, I be having to test the waters before I really put on Front Street, how I feel about a whole lot of shit, because I just need to avoid certain shit at this time, because my mindset, I'm not totally set on being 100% nice, and I don't want to say nothing that's gonna offend anyone or anything like that. And I am a person that likes to think before they speak. So during my moment in speaking right now, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm deciding against speaking on what I want to speak on at this moment on that certain situation. So I'm gonna leave that alone, but I'm gonna just say that the shit that's going on with Fi Baby and that whole thing, girl, she deserve it all. And I'm not talking about deserve it all in a good way, but shit, you reap what you sow. And I don't know. I don't fuck with the fish. I don't watch her. I just hear about what's going on from other people. And if I do peek, I can't even stay too long because she just y'all, I was watching Fabe when she first came on the scene, and she was drinking her little coffee every morning, doing her little early morning lives and shit, before she got mixed in into becoming this person that wants to take this certain individual down because of jealousy, envy. And yes, I'm saying a word I don't even like using like that, because y'all throw the word jealousy around so much, but at the end of the day, that shit was straight jealousy, envy of what this one other particular person had. And I always say that, fish always wanted to have the juice, and she just don't. Like, I just can't get with it. And I don't know, just the person that she became. It's so nasty and dark. Like, I just can't. I can't, like, when I do try to go watch her, it's like she just got this energy about her that's just so like, I don't know how to explain it, but like I said, I don't want to offend nobody. And child, I just can't. So yeah, as I mentioned, I've been watching them for a long time or whatever, just the whole beef sector thing. And I was in another part of YouTube, and they were asking like, what is the beef sector, like what is that all about? And they kind of spoke on, what people have told them or what they have seen of the little minor videos that they've seen, like the little small shit, but not really an in-depth like explanation of what this beef sector is. And I do know that they did speak on not wanting to be in it or be confined to just, that one particular area, which is understandable. Um, but yeah, when that stuff like that happens, I kind of not like to drop down in the chat and give my opinion on that type of thing either, because, for one, how much can you really explain in a chat? Like typing paragraphs out and shit like that back to back, like a lot of times people don't even like to read like that. So a sentence or two is, the most that you should do. But when it gets to you chatting to the point where you're paragraphing it out every comment or whatever, it's like it'll be better to speak on instead of trying to chat, you know, write type something like that out, because it's just too much. But basically, for anybody that wants to know, the beef sector is basically a sector of YouTube where they do just that. They beef and, go back and forth all the time. Now, most of the time, the arguments and the little tizzy fits and shit like that comes from, as I mentioned earlier in these videos, previous friends that somehow, got into a situation to where they either don't like each other anymore, or something happened to where one person said something about the other person, and it just, turned into this big whole thing. So yeah, most times the beef start off as like, people that were riding with a particular group or clique, or people that were close, like in chats, or the subs is in the chats, because a lot of the times the subs, keep shit going, or they get pulled into the drama. One particular situation I want to speak about, that this is how easy you can get pulled into a situation as the beef sector, and not want to be in, the beef sector necessarily, or not have no type of beef with that person, but you were kind of dragged into, pulled into having an issue with this person. So there was a situation that happened at this point in time about 3 months ago. And during the time of her, coming at me, this, that, and the third, I never made a video or anything like that. Actually, the only video that I made was because the person that was the owner of the channel that said something to me, she was a part of that. So yeah, there was a certain situation to where this girl was using a bigger YouTuber's photo in a certain chat. I'm gonna just go ahead and say names in Sir King's chat, and y'all can go ahead and Google it. I mean, search that in YouTube, was Avatar Nation now, but his chat or whatever, which is someone that I actually did support and I used to watch, and I actually followed this person, not followed him in chats, but I remember him and was familiar with him from chats, before he even had a page, even just watching him go onto Tracy's channel, or, because mostly Tracy was the person that fucked with him and rode with him the hardest until they had a situation. So yeah, there was this one particular night, and I'll never forget it, and it's the truth because I tell the story the same every time I tell it. And like I said, it's the exact thing from 3 months ago that I already spoke on. So there was this situation to where this girl was using a bigger YouTuber's picture, and on this one particular night, he was having a talent show night. So people were coming up doing either spoken word or singing, or what have you, whatever they decided to do on this particular show. So it had came to a point to where the girl, Amaya, which was, I had been, active in the chat for about a week at that time. So, I actually had no problem with Amaya and used to, speak to her in chats and kiki and laugh back and forth and, all that. And I don't have to lie about none of this because you can go back to his videos. It's all there. Just 3 months ago, and just start from there. The talent show and the shows previous to that. So yeah, the girl came up there, Amaya, and I think she sung a song or something, but she was kind of, like playing it. She wasn't really too serious. And people were, joking, throwing tomatoes, or telling her that she was really pretty based off of her picture. Now, at the time, she never explained that oh well, this is so a picture of so and so, this isn't me. But the girl was in the compliments instead saying, oh, thank you for your kind words, or oh, thanks sweetie, oh, thanks. And just never mentioning that she wasn't this person. So in the chat during that time, there were people coming at her left and right. I mean, just swinging and banging. And let me stop right there, swinging and banging. A lot of the things that I have said, like, I've seen them shits just like take off, and not necessarily that I want to claim it, but I be like, dang, like a lot of shit I be saying like just be taking off. And like sometimes I don't mind hearing them. Other times I be like, dang, like, cause swing and bang is actually something that me and my homegirl, like, she used to say that shit when people used to, have pressure and shit with her on Instagram or whatever. She be like, Lord, like, I don't want to swing and bang on these heifers. And, even down to just me, like people that even certain people I work with, cause I work with mostly people that don't look like me, if y'all get what I mean. And honey, I had to come out my mouth one day and say, look, I don't want to swing and bang on you, but I will. Now, in that case, they was talking about in real life, not online. But yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. So yeah, the people was in the chat swinging and banging on this girl, and coming at her like, why are you accepting compliments? Why are you trying to act like you this girl? That's Alyssa forever. We know Alyssa. Oh, I'm gonna contact her. Don't worry, we'll contact her. This, that, and the third. And then she started to spaz out at Sir King instead of, she went back and forth with the chat a little bit, but mostly like her comments were directed at Sir King, like, oh, Sir King, forget you, or some shit like that. So during this whole time of people coming at her in the chat, Sir King was just highlighting comments, reading comments, all the comments calling out Amaya and saying then, oh, who's Alyssa for oh Lord. Y'all know how Sir King is. So yeah, the whole night that shit was going on, and I constantly told her in the chat because she asked me so many times. It would be like, because I like to post nails and eyes now. Nails and eyes basically mean I'm sitting cute and I'm watching. I always said that, okay? And sometimes I don't even post it in certain people chat because they get kind of paranoid with the eyes, which I really don't understand it, but okay. So yeah, most I was posting nails in the eyes a lot, and I was laughing and shit. Then I was basically telling, certain people in chats like, well, at the end of the day, we don't really care who Amaya is, but yes, I'm aware that that is Alyssa. So then it comes to a point to where a certain commenter named Fifi, and I haven't seen her since then. She was basically like she's gonna contact Alyssa. She knows who that is, and this, that, and the third, and that Amaya is basically lying, trying to say that she's Alyssa when the girl knows for a fact she isn't. So then Amaya goes on to say to the girl Fifi or whoever, oh, don't dox me, don't dox my daughter, or some shit like that. And it was somebody else in the chat name. You know what? I'm not even gonna say her name because I know this person, I kind of get the vibe she don't like me too much, but that's okay. And I ain't even gonna worry about that. But this certain person was just like saying the same shit I was already saying. Like, we don't care who you is, and this, that, and the third. And these people so lame, and you know how they love to call people lame, and these people so lame. And I'm like, shit, you calling like majority of the chat lame, man. Because they're telling this girl why she accepting a compliment, saying why is she, not telling these people that that's not her. So she goes on with the lie. She never admits that she's not that person. She just basically spazzes out at Sir King, says fuck you, I'm out of here, basically that type of shit, and she leaves. So nobody said anything else about it. The shit was dropped. But the next day, well, the next night, because y'all know Sir King does lives every night. So the next night I go there like I had been doing, and he does this thing where he roll calls in the beginning of the live. So I went ahead and typed my hellos to him like I had always done. But this particular day, he decides to come at me like, as soon as he read my name, I could already tell, like, Lord, like, what that happened there? What the hell did I do? And I immediately thought of that Amaya situation. Like, hold on, I hope this ain't got nothing to do with her. So Sir King comes out of his mouth like, oh, reveal too real. Hey, hello, how you doing? Reveal too real. I would like to ask you to leave Amaya alone, okay? Leave Amaya alone. I would hate to reveal you to my block list, okay? I don't want to have to reveal anyone to my block list. Leave Amaya alone, okay? Thanks. And then he went on to the next comments, and I'm sitting there like, hold on. Did this nigga just say hello to all these people? And when he got to my comments, stopped and tell me to leave this girl alone, like I was bothering her or messing with her or some shit. Like, yeah, at a certain point I started to say, well, Amaya, we know that's not you, we know that's Alyssa, like, and at the end of the day, I don't care who you are, you funny in the chats, and whether that's you or not, like, it doesn't even matter. That's what I was saying in the chats. While I was, yes, I was laughing at certain comments, but so what, other people were too. Majority of the people were. So I was trying to figure out, like, why would he single me out to say something to me about Amaya when I was never the one initially calling her out after, seeing what was going on constantly. And that wasn't even the first time I heard it. After seeing what was going on and what was said, I kind of like added my little comments too, but it was never nothing disrespectful, nasty, or nothing like that. But Amaya decided to attack everyone that was, she attacked the people that weren't necessarily riding her the hardest. Like, how you gonna tell me that I want to eat your panties? How you gonna tell me that, basically get into the fucking dick and all that type shit, like saying that you don't want my man or different shit like that. Like, it just turned into this whole childish high school ass shit before she left the chat. And that made me think like, okay, she must have something against me anyway, because like I don't know her like that. She don't know me, but why would she run to Sir King like I'm bothering her? Like, this shit just didn't make no sense to me. So I was in the chat initially, and this happened again too after the whole stereo situation with her. I was in the chat at that time when he said something to me, and I was like, "Excuse me." Because that's what I say when some shit come at me, the wrong way or sideways. Like, hold on, excuse me? Like, what type of shit you on? Like, I ain't never disrespect Amaya. I never came at Amaya or none of that shit. Like, this girl upset with me really for nothing. You need to go find Fifi and whoever these other people is. And no, I'm not talking about Fifi TV. There's the matter of fact, the comment is screenshotted on my video from 3 months ago. This certain particular person that was calling you out. Why you ain't go tell on that person? Why you didn't, have all this hate towards that person? The person that was really riding the hardest, letting everybody know that this person is not you, and bring awareness to, hey, y'all see what this girl doing? Y'all see how she's in here accepting comments? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you trying to make it seem like you're this person and you're not? Oh no, Amaya, I never doxed you, because Amaya then started saying, well, so and so doxed me, they're doxing me. Girl, how are they doxing you and you're not even Alyssa? Like, you talking about them being on your Instagram and finding you this, that, and the third, but you're not even Alyssa. Like, how did they dox you? So that night in the chat before that next day where he said something to me, like with all that going on, I just didn't understand why I was singled out and why he had to say something to me. Now, mind you, I'm still not, too upset about the situation. I was just like, damn, like, I don't know what she on, but whatever. So I kind of fell back from Sir King chat at that time because, during that night, I did want to click the link. I told him to drop the link or whatever, but I didn't click it because first impressions are everything. And I never wanted to be the person that have to be dragged on YouTube, making a fool out of myself, going at somebody else that came at me. So I decided against it. And before I even let the page thoroughly go through, when I clicked the link, I just, backed up and went back and, watched something else on YouTube, or went and did something else with my baby or something like that, or with my dude or something like that happened. Because like I said, it was late at night. So, yeah, after that had happened, I just kind of like fell back from Sir King. So mind y'all, that was 3 months ago. So a month ago, when I had started back to kind of watch Sir Kim, because like I said, I had always watched him and, seen him in chats and stuff, and I never had no issue with them. Everybody hated him, but I was never, and I'm still to this day, never a person that would join a hate train because everybody else is doing it. Like, that's not me. I'm not ever going to be that person. So yeah, I did kind of, go back into trying to watch him a little bit, even though I would get so upset with him sometimes because Sir King is such an asshole. And he always wants to make it seem like somebody's doing something to him, but he's a fucking jerk. Like, this guy came at me nasty that night in the chat after I was like, well, drop the link, but I didn't never come on. And I went ahead and left another comment before I had left or whatever, going to another channel or whatever I did after that. Um, yeah, so I had dropped the comment basically like, well, what's the issue? Why she's not, oh, she went and ran and told you some shit about me in the chat when I wasn't even the one coming at her, and I continuously told her like, it's no beef. I don't have no problem with you. At the end of the day, I don't care who you are, like, you're funny, like, I have no issue with you. Okay. So the shit just made no sense to me how, he came at me like that. So I was like, okay, so this person gonna come out his mouth and tell me, oh, you don't support the channel, you so. I'm, I'm like, Sir King, what do you mean? Like, whenever somebody click your video, that's a support, honey. Whenever somebody leave a like or dislike, that's a support, honey. Whenever somebody comments on your video, that is support. Like, what do you mean? Even if I'm not financially super chatting you or dropping my bank on you, that doesn't matter. As a viewer, okay, I'm a supporter when I view you, okay? So how he came at me that day telling me I'm not a supporter, this, that, and the third, I was like, oh, this motherfucker really on some nasty ass shit. Like, Sir King, you are a straight up fucking asshole. Like, and I try to leave the shit alone and try to, okay, well, maybe Sir King got off his period, and Lord, I might catch hell for that too. Got to set the nigga on his period. But I'm telling you, like, it kind of leans toward him being bitch made sometimes. Like, and then it's like you have so much vitriol against women or against certain women, but I've never seen you hold that same time with men. Like, I don't understand it. I don't. So after telling me I didn't support the channel, this, that, and the third, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just not come back here and I'm gonna just leave it alone. This is not a content creator that, I want to even listen to or deal with. So I unsubscribed and, all that shit and carried on about my business. So there was this one particular situation that happened to where I think it was either people coming against Sir King or calling him out for his foolishness. And he decides, oh well, we're gonna check out other platforms to go speak on because it's too much going on over here on YouTube. We need to find somewhere else to go to speak in peace. Okay. Sir King, and I will say this, Sir King brought that stereo app shit to the forefront. I'm not even gonna lie, because once he was started to mention it in the one video that I did see when I went and watched his video because of something that was going on. I can't remember, but he was mentioning stereo. So I went and did a YouTube search first. It was like, okay, this is interesting. It's really interesting. So I decided to download the app and go on over and check it out. So I went over a few times. Well, I'm not gonna say a few times. I was over there for about a month or so. I did go listen to Sir King because he's not always an asshole. He's not always a jerk. For the most part he is, but not all of the time. So I went to check it out and I did like it. And it was nice, hearing the subscribers' voices and, just being like you could be on a one-on-one or, just being able to speak to them. So yeah, I did go and speak to Sir King and Lemon a few times. And Lemon has never done anything to me. He's always been nice to me. And just like, the situation that's going on with him and, particular other people, I've never said nothing bad about Lemon because, like I said, he's never done anything to me, never, trash talk me or nothing like that. He's always been friendly and, I like Lemon. I'm not even going, I don't, he's another person. I really don't care what he looked like, even though they say he got a lazy eye or a crooked eye or, not as bad as Wiley, but they say something going on with his eye. And the pictures I did see, I didn't see nothing wrong with his eye, but hey, he looked like a regular person. And if his mouth is, toe up, then hey, whatever. It's a lot of toe up motherfuckers on YouTube in the mouth. Like, I don't know. It is what it is with that mouth thing. Y'all know what I mean. So yeah, the couple of times I did go over there to stereo, Sir King was never nasty to me or nothing like that, but I know he remembered me and because he would always say, well, another particular time. And you know what? I'm not as worse as other people that continue to go back to Sir King's platform. I'm not as bad as no one else, but I did go back a time or two just to check out his channel, or, to attempt to comment in the chat, which I did. He never blocked me. And, I was always able to comment in his chat, and I may be still able to do that to this day. I just don't. But yeah, so he spoke or whatever, and I stayed over there for a while. But, in the end, when it's all said and done, like, I just Sir King is kind of like pork. If you're gonna eat it, just eat you a little bit every once in a while, like maybe once or twice a month, and that's the max, okay? And that's no shade. That's just the truth right now. Like, I don't know what's going on with Sir King, but it's like whatever he tried to change or switch up, it's not working. And that's just my opinion, but he has his hardcore supporters and the people that rock with him, and that's fine. Okay, so fast forward to the whole situation of what I'm talking about, how you can be dragged into the beef sector when you don't even have beef with anybody. Okay, so there was this one conversation that happened with Brianna Simone and D Spot. They were speaking on people they were speaking on, and people were weighing in on how you can be verified and how certain people got verified on stereo. So, mind you, I've been in so many stereo conversations, even people that's not even on YouTube, or people that just joined and seem they got verified within a month or a couple weeks or so. I've been in a lot of those conversations. So I was adding my input to the conversation of how to get verified on stereo, which the people that I were listening to, it were two people. I do not remember their names. But I remember it was a female and a Spanish guy. I think he's Spanish, or he might be Puerto Rican or something like that. So yeah, they were speaking on how they became verified. And I shared that information with Brianna and D Spot when they asked on this one particular stereo conversation. So mind you, I knew nothing of this girl Amaya besides hearing her one day on I think I was listening to Chocolate Bay, and he was talking to this person named Mozart or something like that. And the voice behind the person, I was like, oh my God, that's Amaya. Let me just exit stage left and not even, because whenever she's somewhere, like, I don't even care to be there or listen or none of that, because she's just a nasty ass bitch. Like, she's just fucking nasty. Like, I don't know. And she just brings out so much anger in me to the point to where I'm like, okay, let me just leave, because at the end of the day, I never had no issue with this girl. So what I look like being so angry with this person when, I never done nothing to her. So, yeah, I would leave. So amongst that of me giving my shared information to Brianna and D Spot about how to become verified, there's this one particular voice message that comes up after mine. Now, mind you, I've never said anything to Amaya. I've never, spoken anything of her besides, after that situation to where D Spot had did a video and he was speaking on his little mishap with Amaya, and I, joined in on that conversation in the chat. But other than that, like, I never, even spoke on this bitch. So yeah, after I give my input or whatever, she comes up there and leaves a voice message and basically is going against everything all the commenters are saying, and basically downplaying anything that anyone is saying. And before she gets off the message, she says, and I don't know why, something to the effect of, I don't know why she's um why reveal is saying blah 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 when that's not even the situation. Reveal to reveal, like, she just had a certain tone. So I was totally taken aback, like, hold up, like, what is this bitch issue with me? So when I got back up there, I was like, Amaya, I know that's you. Don't come for me, don't bother me, don't say shit to me, don't come into my presence, because I don't check for you. I've said nothing about you. I have no beef with you. Like, it's nothing. Carry on. So after that message goes through and the next one that comes behind it, she's being totally disrespectful, cursing me out, telling me that she'll stomp, no, telling me that she'll bust my head or some shit like that. Now, mind y'all, I am a very, very laid back, chill type of person. And rarely ever do I get to the element of being to my angry max, of being upset or anything like that, because I'm so chill. Like, I don't even have to be on that level. But when I get there, it's just straight red. Like, I just blank out. So after she told me she would bust me in my head, this, that, and the third, and whatever shit she was talking, I spazzed out at her and told her, you know what, bitch, fuck you. Like, fuck everything about you. I don't fucking know you. You don't fucking know me. Like, what is your issue with me? I never done shit to you. You the fucking catfish, bitch, that tried to use somebody else's picture and push it off as your own until people started calling you out about it. I never shaded you. Like, bitch, I don't even fucking know you like that. And I was the one fucking saying that, well, one of the ones saying that, bro, if this ain't her, like, it don't even fucking matter at the end of the day. Just forget it. Like, it is what it is. But we do know that you're not Alyssa. And that was it. This bitch gonna respond and steady fucking disrespect me, telling me that I want her fucking panties and shit. And then she gonna decide to come at Brianna sideways, talking about, well, Brianna, I was a supporter. I was a supporter. And just being fucking unhinged. And Brianna, like, hold on, Amaya, like, calm down. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? Do you need to go fuck your man? And that was Brianna's exact words. And I didn't see nothing wrong with it because Amaya is a person that always come at people asking them, well, basically accusing them of wanting to eat her funky ass fish puss ass fucking nasty ass fucking panties. Like, you always coming at somebody talking about a fuck somebody man or fucking a nigga or this type of shit. Like, girl, your pussy is not the fucking basis of a conversation. Fuck you and your tired ass fucking bird out dried ass fucking nest ass fucking stink ass fucking pussy, bitch. Fuck you and your pussy, bitch. Like, what's wrong with this hoe? Something is wrong with her. So yeah, after telling, basically spazzing out on Brianna, whatever, and Brianna telling her, oh girl, do you need to go fuck your man or some shit like that? This bitch get even more fucking ridiculous. Like, then she just started talking more shit. And I'm basically giving it to her ass. And pretty soon, Bree and D just ended the stereo live and basically went on to YouTube like an hour or something later. And I went ahead and hit up Brianna and D Spot. Yeah, they ain't never said nothing about it, but I hit up the both of them. And I was like, hey, Brianna, this is me. Yes, I showed myself to Brianna. This is me, ugly wear bitch. Ugly wear bitch. You better check some fucking facts, hoe. Ask Bree what I look like, bitch. Ugly wear. Fuck Amaya, old trash ass. I'm telling you, I can't stand that bitch. That bitch ain't nothing but fucking problems and drama for real. So this bitch been having something against me for fucking 2023 fucking months ago when I wasn't even the one calling her out. Y'all tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how this person's so grown and above the drama, just like a certain fucking video she did with another person that I actually like, but I won't even go into her channel on her chat because I know she fucked with Amaya and I don't got time for no bullshit. So she they're talking about Amaya, they're talking about how she don't got time for the drama, she don't want to deal with this, that, and the third when it came to that Sir King situation of him bringing her up way after the fact of her not fucking with him no more. She want to act like she's so above it all and she don't do this and she don't got time for that. But ho, you hating on somebody that don't even have no beef with you. You trying to beef with somebody that ain't got no pressure with you, ho. Like, what's your issue? What's wrong with you? This bitch is unhinged. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, something is wrong with this girl. So I hear about not too long ago about how she was basically going back and forth with Brianna and Pizarro on our Babe channel over who knows what the hell because I didn't give a fuck enough to even ask. Really, I didn't. Nobody never came to me and said shit about me. So I'm like, shit, ain't no need for me to want to go here with this trash ass bitch said. I heard Pizarro gave it to her ass, and I heard Brianna gave it to her ass too. So good riddance. Bitch, go on ahead with your damn tail tucked between your fucking legs and take your ass back to where the fuck you been at. Period. Ain't nobody got time for no fucking weak ass bitch that's trying to make fucking beef with somebody that ain't got no issue with her. Like, girl, are you okay? Bitch, are you okay? Do you need help? I think you do. I think you need help. So yeah, y'all, this person I ain't never had no issue with or nothing like that. But if I would have allowed myself to click links or to get up here trash talking, making numerous videos, continuously clicking links and shit, continuously fucking, trying to make it my business to, go at this person, I would be in the fucking beef sector too, and then be dragged into other shit. But bitch, that ain't happening. If I want to be into the beef sector, I'm gonna be in the beef sector on my own fucking will. I'm not gonna be dragged into no beef sector. The beef sector, a lot of times it's really fucking stupid shit that we all just watch to pass time by, or we all just watch because shit, we been following these people as, content creators or subs for the longest and seeing them before they even made channels. So we follow them, like, but at the end of the day, like, the beef sector is nothing like, nothing that's gonna actually benefit me, soul wise. And that's what I say, because I know it is monetary gain with it, but like the type of person I am, like that shit ain't gonna do nothing for me. Yeah, I can pop my shit off in chats and, say this and that and comment on different things like I like to do, but I'm not gonna put myself in the beef sector if I don't really have beef with no bitch. Like, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, why insert yourself into a whole fucking sector based on beef when your beef ain't even fucking real? Like, I have no beef with this girl. Like, so yeah, the beef sector is like one of those situations, and a lot of times people get pulled into it from the stupid ass fuck ass situation I just explained, and get pulled in defending themselves, or they get pulled in basically telling a bitch how she really is, or they get pulled in from making certain comments that certain people might not like. That's how they get pulled into the beef sector. The beef sector is, basically, I'm gonna say, if you ain't ready, please don't get into it. Period. And if you ain't got no real beef, don't get into it looking stupid. Cause that's what the whole situation with me and Amaya would have been. A stupid ass fucking situation. No real beef, no real issue. It's just, this dumbfounded ass bitch got an issue with me for nothing. And I never did a fuck thing to this hoe. Like, y'all, I just can't. I cannot. And then down to these other platforms, to where, people, and speaking for myself too, you know what, I'm not even gonna go into that because, child, this shit is just crazy. It's really crazy. It is really crazy. But yeah, the person platform I was on asked what was the beef sector. I'm gonna make sure I share this video with her to give her, kind of an idea of what the beef sector consists of, just for my own situation. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna continue doing me, and I'm gonna continue to be in these chats because that's what I enjoy doing. I have gone back and forth, trying to decide, whether I did want to really, come out here and, just put myself on Front Street. And the answer to my own question is, if the beef ain't real, or, if the situation ain't necessarily a necessity, then I'm just gonna do me and chill and, sit back like Safari. For real, because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna be caught up in no foo-foo ass, fake ass drama, especially with a bitch that I don't even got no pressure with. Like, I don't know what's wrong with that hoe and why she's so angry and upset, but she is unhinged, for real. She is unhinged. Something is wrong with her. And that's all I got to say about that. I just can't, y'all. I can't. So yeah, to the person I was watching, this is an example of what the beef sector is and how the beef sector can, drag a person in even though they don't necessarily have drama. It's just I don't know. It's a lot of stuff going on, y'all, but it's another particular situation that's happening right now with Nosy Whole Live, My Boo Goddess, and other creators that are kind of going against what they have going on. And what I will say is that I did watch it for like the first two lives, what was going on with the nosy host stuff, but after a while, just I can't. I had to remove myself from even being tuned into that and watching, and just I don't know, just fall back, y'all. It's a lot going on. It really is. I don't support doxing. I never will. I'll never dox nobody. I don't want nobody to dox me. But hey, if there ever comes a time to where someone does try to dox me or I am doxed, I've spoken to only a select few, so it wouldn't be hard for me to narrow down who it could have probably been. Um, but what I will say is beware, y'all, of y'all real Instagrams and social medias and shit like that, because these people, even if your page has no link to any of this stuff, or you don't even view or engage or anything from your real page, somehow your official real page can be getting requests from some of these beef sector people or some of the subscribers. And I've even gotten a few myself, and one in particular which I've spoken on another platform. Miss Regina, stay out my inbox. Miss Regina, stay out my request box. Miss Regina, that's all I'm gonna say. But Miss Regina, you sent my real IG a friend request, and I kind of had to side eye you because I don't follow none of y'all on that page. None of y'all is in my personal, my personal life. So I was kind of like, hold on, why is this request coming to this page? But hey, that shit's still sitting there, and I might have to go ahead and deny it, for you have to narrow it down and see who haven't accepted your request yet. But Miss Regina, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and I'm gonna just hit y'all up another time. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, make sure you hit that bell. Follow all of my shit. My IG is in my description box as well as in my about me. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Drop y'all comments below and let me know how y'all feel about this whole beef sector, and when people come at y'all questioning about what is the beef sector, or people that have tried to have beef or pressure with you when it was never that type of time with you. Y'all drop y'all thoughts and opinions below, and I'll be sure to catch y'all next time. Peace out.